Hi, this is James Moss, and I'm doing a review of Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child, released on August 1st, 1989. It was directed by Stephen Hopkins, who directed Predator 2 1 year later. Well, the film takes place just 1 year after the events of the fourth film. We get to a title car, and we get to a sex scene what's going on between Alice and Alice and her boyfriend Danny. They were making out, and then Alice went to take a shower when all of a sudden the shower came alive and she sucked into the water and she turned into Amanda Kruger. And there was a birth scene at the mortuary. They were counting. One of them was Robert Englund, and they're making an appearance. And then they're saying, I'm going to lose the count. One says, we got to go. Okay, fine. And then all of a sudden, all the insane criminals turned to Alice / Amanda, and then they were having a sex scene. And then you cut to a hospital scene when Alice turned back to herself, and Amanda gave birth to a baby, Freddie. And then cut to the next day. She was having a double dream when Freddie's supposed to be there grabbed her, and it was just a double dream. She took a shower for real. Then at the graduation ceremony, all of her friends were graduating, including her, Danny, her three friends we now meet, Mark, Yolene, and Greta. Yeah, Greta. It says, Danny says, let's blow this pop stand after the speech, and then all the parents were graduating their kids. Alice's dad made it on time, just come back from an alcohol rehab center. Her friends and their parents were getting in the picture. Mark gave Greta a big old lollipop, but her mom says, Greta, that's not what a supermodel should eat. And then after the picture was taken, and we're going, Alice had to go to work while her friends were at the pool house for a graduation party. Alice walked to her workplace when she heard the familiar rhymes, and then it cut to the asylum place when she witnessed Amanda giving birth to the baby known as Freddie. Amanda tried to stop the baby, but Freddie came back to life, and he said this one, "It's a boy!" She was scared, but she said, "We stopped you." And then Amanda appears saying that you're not gonna get her. And then Freddie says, "We'll see, bitch." And then Alice says, "Thank you. Look." And then Amanda says, "Look for me in the tower." Alice tried to follow Amanda, but it was leading to her workplace at the diner. And this co-worker and one of the workers, her friends, say to her, "You're 6 hours late." What? I wish I know where the hell were you. And then cut to the pool party where everybody was having fun. Mario is going to be a comic book artist. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yolanda works at the hospital as a nurse and a great swimmer. Gorilla is going to be a supermodel. Everybody will, but however, and then Danny got a phone call from Alice saying Freddie's back. Danny had to leave. He took the champagne. They were going to go to Paris, France, and then drive. And then he falls asleep, and then the radio says, that's when his mom saying, my son doesn't pay attention to me since he hang out with that slut Alice. And then cut to Freddie saying, you wish you would kill him. And then it happened. He was dreaming. And then he fell back to the pool house at the school. And he got this motorcycle. And then Freddy turned him into Ghost Rider. Now that's a cool thing. It was something right out of Ghost Rider. And then Freddy says, "Don't dream and drive." And then Danny woke up in his truck. He got ran into by a big red truck. Alice heard the crash, and then she tried to save him, but Freddy says, "You want to make?" But then he controlled Danny, saying, "You want to make babies?" And then Alice collapsed. She woke up and say that one of the doctors saying that Danny was killed. Then that's when her friend Rion saying, "It's about Danny. He's dead." Oh my gosh! And then after they left, that's when it cut to a little kid named Jacob. And then he says, "Sorry about your boyfriend's death." I was trying to find him, but he was gone. The next day, she invited her friends over and tell them all about Freddy. Leona didn't believe her, but Greta and Mark does, and we'll cut to Greta's at this dinner party at Greta's. Her mom threw a dinner party inviting some of the fashions. Greta falls asleep and then she says, "I wish I could eat it all up and puke." Freddy turned into a chef saying, "Bon appetit, bitch." And then Freddy shoved all those food into her mouth. And then Alice had one of those dreams. It was Greta in the fridge. She tried to grab Greta, but the door slammed. And then Greta choked so hard she died. She fell and died on the plate. And we cut to the place Mark worked at. Mark was sad because Greta, he loved Greta, died. Doesn't believe in Freddy and left. So Mark decided to spend. So Alice spent the night with Mark, and then Mark fell asleep. She draw in this picture of Freddy's house. Alice draw herself in there, and then she got in there, rescued Mark from this big old pit. Mark saw blood on his hand and then collapsed, and he woke up. Jacob saying, "You don't love me, but I do," because I forgot to mention this, but she is pregnant at the time with Mark's kid, and then she came back in the awakening world, and then Mark says, "Freddy is real, is he?" And she says, "Yes." Cut to the next day at Alice's house. Leona trying to calm down Alice, but she still doesn't believe in Freddy. Mark came by saying, "Freddy is real. He invited me to his place last night. I got some evidence on him." Leona saying, "You're nuts," and walked out. Alice looked and found the picture of Amanda Kruger, Freddy's mom, the nun. And they walked out. Then there was Danny's parents, and this doctor saying that they want to raise the baby, but Alice is going to keep the kid. I forgot to mention that they were at that she was with Leona earlier at the hospital, and find out Freddy's plan to dream, because Jacob is dreaming and using the unborn kid's dream to get through to the new kids. Later that night, Alice decided to go into the dream, and Mark chose to stay up and decided to read some comic books while he stayed up. And then Leona is at the pool, sleeping in the hot tub. Well, that happened. Leona was climbing up to the stairs to jump off the pool when all of a sudden the pool fell off, shaking. Then she jumped into the small pool because Freddy Alice heard her voice saying, "Gah, found Freddy," and she says, "I know your plan. I was hanging on Riona and found her. Ah." Alice shoved this pole into Freddy's mouth, and then her friend saying, "Freddy is real." Yes. Amanda stopped Freddy in time, and then cut to Mark. Found this comic book thing from Tales from Hell. He read, and that was him in there. And he gets sucked into the comic book dream when he found Freddy with Greta. She turned into a doll, and Freddy said, she is delicious," and then shivered. Mark was pissed off. Then he turned into his superhero persona. And then he says, "Time to die, lick face, dick." Psh, psh, shoot. Freddy thought he beat Freddy, but then Freddy turned into Super Freddy, and then cut Mark. Say, "I told you comic books was bad for you." And then he killed Mark by slashing him in half and turning into a paper. Mark dies. And then Alice woke up and couldn't Riona. Yolene found out that Mark's dead, so the two hatch a plan. Alice goes into the dream while Yolene goes to the abandoned asylum to find Amanda Kruger's body. Alice goes into the dream, into the nightmare, for the final showdown. She found Jacob with Freddy, and she says, "Come, Freddy is not good." Jacob with Freddy, and then Alice ran with Jacob while Yolene goes into the morning, found Amanda Kruger's body, and then Amanda says to Yolene, "Thank you." And then like that, next there was the final. Then we get to the infamous final showdown when Freddy merged with Alice, and then Amanda Kruger appeared and tell Jacob, "You must use the power that Freddy gave you and destroy him." And then that's when Jacob tells Freddy, says, "She's no fun. I want to play with you." To defeat him, he decided to barf. He barfed so hard, Freddy gets defeated. Well, Jacob turns back into a baby. Alice put baby Jacob back in her body. Amanda grabbed evil baby Freddy, and then Amanda says, "Go now," and then the door slam, slam, slam. We cut to months later. Alice gave birth to Jacob. Her dad's there, including Yolene, one of the few African Americans survive in a horror film. And then it cut to the jump rope, and then the movie is over. Now, this film did pretty well when it was released. It did poorly in the box office, but it was still good. I'm giving Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child, a 2.5 out of 10. It's still good, but it could have been better if they put in all the deleted scenes that was released in the VHS version I saw when I was a kid. And that would have been good if they could release a director's cut edition with all the lost footages in there. Yeah, that would be good. But we're going to have to wait and see. Now, my next review will be Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. Is he dead? We'll find out. So in the meantime, I'm going into the comic book dream to kick Super Freddy's ass once and for all. Hope I don't get killed. Well, see ya, and have a nice day.